Hi everyone. We continue today in Exodus the story of two women who stand up to Pharaoh. The king of Egypt spoke to two Hebrew midwives named Shiphrah and Puah. When you're helping the Hebrew women give birth and you see the baby being born, if it's a boy, kill him. But if it's a girl, you can let her live. But the midwives respected God, so they didn't obey the Egyptian king's order. Instead, they let the baby boys live. So the king of Egypt called the midwives and said to them, "Why are you doing this? Why are you letting the baby boys live?" The two midwives said to Pharaoh, "Oh, because Hebrew women aren't like Egyptian women. They're vigorous and give birth before any midwives can get to them." So God treated the midwives well, and the people kept on multiplying and became very strong. And because the midwives respected God, God gave them households of their own. Then Pharaoh gave an order to all his people, "Throw every baby boy born to the Hebrews into the Nile River, but you can let all the girls live." So in this story, who's important? All right, you would think that it would be Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, the one with all the power, but it's not. And the first sign we see of that is that who gets a name, right? We don't know the name of this Pharaoh, and yet these two seemingly insignificant Hebrew midwives get named. Right, you see here, Pharaoh still knows nothing, and he thinks, I don't need to be worried about women or girls. Throughout history, leaders who underestimate the spiritual strength of women are doomed, right? And you see these women, they have no fear of Pharaoh, even though he does technically have all the power, even as he threatens the life of their community. Instead, they have respect for God. And it may say fear in some translations, but it's not the idea that they're afraid of God. Oh, God's going to punish us if we don't do the right thing. It's they know who really has the power here, right? They know who says what's right, and they're going to do what's right no matter the cost, no matter what it takes. One of the things that's kind of surprising about this story is that these women are deceitful, and then God rewards them for it, right? They basically lie to Pharaoh's face, and then it says God blesses them with families. And this is a place that takes wisdom, right? We're not just saying, so lying's fine, it's not a big deal. But we see here that preserving life is more important than following some rule. Jesus taught many similar things when it came to something like the Sabbath, right? That preserving life comes first. And they didn't really have many options, right? Here we see the power of nonviolent resistance in the middle of an oppressive system, right? Sometimes you have to challenge the rules in order to show how unjust they are. They do that, and they're blessed. And so as we face things that seem wrong in our world, we also want to do that without fear because of our trust in God. We have the hope of resurrection. And that empowers us to do the right thing no matter the cost. We can preserve life even if it costs us ours. It probably won't, but that's our call. That's our model. We see it in these women, and that's what we see in Jesus. So, blessings on you as you try and figure out what that looks like today.